Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're passionate about machine learning or just curious about how computers learn from data, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into an intriguing concept in the field of machine learning, active learning. So, whether you're a seasoned data scientist or just starting your journey, stick around as we break this down. Now, let me start with a question. Have you ever wondered how machines can learn with limited labeled data? How can they become smarter and more efficient without needing a massive amount of information? This is where active learning comes into play. So, let's unpack this concept together. Active learning is a type of semi-supervised machine learning where the algorithm can query a user or some information source to obtain the desired outputs at new data points. In simpler terms, instead of just passively learning from any data given to it, an active learning model actively selects the data it wants to learn from. This method is particularly useful when labeling data is expensive or time-consuming. For instance, imagine you're training a model to recognize different species of plants. You have a huge data set, but labeling each image can take a lot of time and effort. Instead of labeling every single image, an active learning model might look at a small subset of images, identify the ones it's least certain about, and then ask for human input on just those. This approach allows the model to learn more effectively and efficiently with fewer labeled examples. Let's break down the active learning process into a few key steps. First, you start with a small, labeled dataset. Then, the model is trained on this dataset. Next, it makes predictions on a larger, unlabeled dataset and identifies which instances it is most uncertain about. These uncertain instances are then sent for labeling. Finally, the model is retrained on the new, augmented dataset. This cycle continues until the model reaches a satisfactory level of performance. Now you might be wondering, what are the different strategies used in active learning? There are several techniques, but let me highlight a few of the most common ones. Uncertainty sampling. The model selects instances where it has the least confidence in its predictions. For example, if it predicts a certain plant species with only 60% confidence, it will seek human input on that particular image. Query by committee. Here, multiple models are trained, and the instances where they disagree the most are chosen for labeling. This helps in identifying the data points that the models find most challenging. Expected model change. In this strategy, the model selects instances that would lead to the most significant change in the model if they were labeled. Essentially, it focuses on data that will enhance its learning the most. Density-weighted methods. These methods select instances that are not only uncertain but also representative of the data distribution. This helps ensure that the model learns from diverse data points. Let's take a real-world example to make this clearer. In medical imaging, where labeling data requires expertise and can be quite costly, active learning can be a game changer. Suppose a model is trained to detect tumors in X-ray images. Initially, it might have a small set of labeled images. By using active learning, it can focus on the images it's unsure about, like those with ambiguous features. This way, medical professionals only need to label a fraction of the total dataset, significantly reducing time and cost while improving model accuracy. In summary, active learning is a powerful strategy in machine learning that allows models to learn more efficiently from limited labeled data by actively querying the most informative samples. It helps save time, reduces costs, and ultimately leads to better performing models. So, if you ever find yourself working with a limited dataset or facing the challenges of expensive labeling, remember that active learning could be your best ally. If you enjoyed learning about active learning today, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights into the world of machine learning, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Also, let us know in the comments if you've used active learning in your projects or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.